You know, Philadelphia Foundation is really a leader in this field, and we appreciate having you,
Thank
you know, in that role. What has been working for you in working with advisors?
What's really been great with the advisor community are and well received, are the educational seminars that we do. We do a spring seminar and a fall seminar, offer continuing education credit from legal education credits to CFP credits. Life insurance agents can come and get credit as well. We cover different topics each time. We have 50 to 100 advisors who come. We started something last year that's really taken off. It's called First Fridays at the Foundation. Every First Friday we invite advisors to come to the Foundation at 1234 Market Street downtown for a hot cup of coffee and a hot topic. And we bring in local advisors to talk about some topic dealing with philanthropy. And it's, you know, short and sweet. You're in and out in an hour. And people really get to network with each other and get valuable information. We also have a professional advisors network, and we'll be expanding that this fall. And so if advisors are not already on our mailing list, they should contact us to get on the mailing list to be included in the network. Network members receive additional information, material, visibility, if that's what they're interested in. We often call on advisors too to serve as speakers or article writers for our newsletters. And we ourselves also produce electronic newsletters that are really very well received because they give you not only information about what's going on in the world of philanthropy, from tax changes or new pending legislation, but we also give you information that you can literally print and share with your client. Real hands-on tools.
You know, I think you're working with some very good advisors locally.
Yes,
right?
Absolutely.
And would it be fair to say every community foundation is doing the same? You're kind of filtering the advisor community. You're trying to find the best of the best, the people who really get it, and then give them some visibility?
Yes.
Is that really part of what's
Absolutely.
happening here? So if people are listening and they're not near your foundation, that probably there's a community foundation local to them that's providing that filtering service for donors.
Absolutely.
And if they're not in the filter, they're either in or outside the tent in a certain sense. So they really should reach out and get to know the community foundation. And I've always told people the best way to do it is to bring a donor with you when you make that call. In order to build a relationship, you know, bring your donors to the foundation and have them get to know you, and that's a good way for you to get to know the advisor as well.
Yeah, we're seeing a growing number, as I know you have too, a growing number of advisors who are recognizing that, you know, their clients are giving money away. And that's a very personal and passionate thing that's very fulfilling for the client. And if the advisor can play a role in that personal and fulfilling, you know, act, that can really deepen the relationship that the advisor has with the client. So our role is really to help that happen, to actually facilitate that happening. And if the advisor isn't comfortable bringing it up or talking about it, or only comfortable taking it so far, they can bring their client to us and we'll have that conversation. No strings attached. We are in this business to advance philanthropy. And if we can help your client give more, do more, and give back more, that's our role. That's our real role.
You're really a part of the planning team, and you bring something unique to it, which is the passion for philanthropy and,
and
a local expertise in it, and your peers around the country do the same. So I think it's really critical for our field that we begin to partner systematically. You're doing it already, but we can do it more systematically. What kind of new initiatives are you trying to think would work or are working?
Well, this fall, we are going to be launching the Center for Family Philanthropy. And that will include a bundle of different very exciting things. For example, we plan on doing a philanthropy class for advisors, real hands-on, no kidding, come in and really get to know how to do this work so that you can do it yourself and you feel comfortable and confident, helping you understand how to have these conversations, how to help your clients align their values with their goals, their philanthropic goals, how to have family meetings. Another part of the Center for Family Philanthropy will be family funds. We're actually creating a new type of fund. I named the other varieties earlier, but this is a family fund where you can have one fund and 5 accounts. So you can set up sub-accounts for your children or siblings.
Right.
And that way you can actually include the family and really engage children young and old in the family's philanthropy and actually really put some meat to whatever it is that you're trying to do as a family in terms of your family legacy.
Heather, if somebody wanted to get a client involved with you, what is the minimum amount of money you'd want to have them bring to the table?
Well, the Philadelphia Foundation has a belief that anyone can be a philanthropist. So we actually have set our minimums very low so that it's accessible to everyone. So anyone can set up a fund at the foundation with $3,000. Your fund won't start making grants until it reaches $10,000.
Okay.
The fees that we charge are, as a nonprofit, are 1% of the asset value in the fund. So we try and keep our minimums very low so that you don't have to be wealthy to do this. You really don't. People in this country are very generous, and we want to be a place where they can feel like they're actually making an impact and making a difference.
Would it be fair to say in a way this could be almost like training wheels for doing a private foundation or something that's more expensive and fancier? This is a way to find out if you really like doing it?
Absolutely. We work with a lot of advisors who have private foundation clients, and we work with a lot of private foundations. You know, private foundations have a mandatory 5% distribution rule that they have to give away 5% of their assets. Many of these small family foundations can't get the family together to make those decisions. They can actually distribute the 5% to a donor-advised fund at a community foundation, meet the payout requirement, and then the trustees can take their time making the decisions as to what charities will eventually get that money. We also have lots of donors who have private foundations, and they use a donor-advised fund to enhance what they're already doing. Private foundations are not private, they're very public. People know who you are and what you're giving to. A donor-advised fund can actually be anonymous, and so we have a lot of donors who do different kinds of grant making out of their donor-advised fund, or they use a donor-advised fund to, as you said, training wheels, or trying to use it to figure out how they're going to actually run their private foundation eventually. So and they get all of the help from the community foundation. We're there to help them with grant guidelines, etc.